Hello, 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 and welcome back to the Sins of a Solar Empire 2 4-Power 2 Balance Tournament. This is round number 2 and game number 2, with the Singer going up against Fleet Command. That's a lot of twos there, folks. Now, if you haven't seen the previous video in this series, this is a best of 3 series, and I don't want to spoil if you haven't seen the last one, so I'd go recommend you pause or exit this video and go do that now. Okay, we good? Cool. This is UED and Phoenix on the Singer, who are up a point against Danny and Mon from Fleet Command. Danny and Mon, I believe were the players from game 1. However, it seems that Galax has been subbed out with UED here on Transtav. For the factions, we have, again, UED on Advent Wrath, Phoenix on Vasari Alliance, we have Danny on Vasari Alliance, and then we have Mon on, again, Advent Wrath. So we have a little bit of a change up, where we had, for the Singer, we had Tech and Vasari. We're now transferring over to Advent Vasari, and that seems to be the mirror match here. Now, Transtav is an enormous map, absolutely humongous. And I'm really, really looking forward to how this game will play out, given that the theme of this tournament is need to greed. Let's see here. For starts of battleships from both of our Advent Wrath players, we have UED going with a Raptor battlecruiser. I like it a lot. It's a Raptor. Malice is really good.
Moving into phase space.
And then we have the Revelation battlecruiser here from Mon. Now that's just one you don't see very often. I mean, it's a very good ship. Don't get me wrong. It has a stun. It has whatever this does. It has Quell, which is really good. It's just a stun for static structures. And of course, Provoke Hysteria is just good when you're trying to rip through a lot of planets, but it's nothing. Well, it's not nothing, but it's not a lot when compared to the Advent Rapture with its Malice ability at level 6, which just says, you know what, you're all dead. You're all just dead. Sorry, bye-bye. Really like the Votary Siphon here. I really like these new consumable temporary items that Advent has gotten for their ships. It's very, very cool. Put the map pack on field. And of course, our Vasari start out with the same cap ships as they get the evacuators, because they have to jump in from deep space. Whatever. Also, speaking of which, why would you jump in from deep space to here just to fight in the middle of a war? Like, what's the... How does that make any sense? Wouldn't you want to jump into somewhere where it's, like, not? That's not gonna happen. Like, I get that Ferris planets, the ones that the Vasari like most, are kind of rare, but, like, they're not that rare. Like, you could just go somewhere else. But this is a game, and we're just gonna play it. Or that player is villain. We're just gonna watch it. So, in terms of research, UED for the Singer going up to level 4 incredibly quickly. I mean, yeah, that's what you do. Phoenix, a little unexpected here, going up to level 4, has already bought the upgrade.
I will deliver your order personally.
Very nice.
Here.
I mean, level 4 for Vasari or Empire 2 is incredibly good. Crystal nanite bases, entanglement filtering, just all that good stuff. More Fleet Command. Danny going for the much more conservative 1-1 instead of 4-1. I mean, that's probably the correct play here. Someone needs to take front line. And then, oop, Mon going for 4-1 as well. Okay. So, yeah. I like this a little better from Fleet Command, as they're not greeting overly hard, where you just have your Advent going for the little bit more eco, and you have your Vasari try to bring up the front.
Forces have engaged the enemy.
But this could be
structure complete.
an interesting choice here from the Singer, as they might be able to essentially just outgreed their opponents.
Upgrade complete.
We'll have to see, though, because they can get these 2 chokes, and of course, figure out what to do with these ice planets. Now, folks, if you've never seen Transtav before, it is a very slow, easy map. You know, you have your pocket planets, you have a link to your ally, you hold your choke points, and then you fight over these planets in the middle. However, herein lies the issue with Transtav. You might notice that these planets are not going where they need to be. Like, sure, these chokes shift around a little bit, but These chokes shift around a little bit, but you
Complete.
can change chokes. What you
Scouts
can't
have
change
discovered a colonizable planet.
is these planets.
Time to bid.
These planets going from
Empire
your pocket
research
to the
tier
enemy's pocket,
Complete. Planet lockdown.
which usually allows you, if you're
complete.
smart enough, to construct like a siege fleet or like a flanking fleet, and then insert right around here if you're the singer, and for fleet command right around here, and just
Our
wreak
fleet
havoc
has engaged
on
the
the enemy's
enemy.
pockets. But
Warfare
that's still like
research
a while
complete.
away, so we'll see
Hostile
how that
forces are
goes.
sieging our planet.
Okay, that's just an AI siege frigate. We can watch some
Our
space battle
fleet
while
has
we wait.
engaged the
That's a
enemy.
tree.
Our fleet has engaged the enemy.
Some heavy fighters
Won
going
the
after
auction,
these
mate.
light frigates. Getting some good
Empire
exotics here.
research complete.
Actually, speaking of exotics,
Mining
okay, yeah, we're
upgrade
seeing the
complete.
the triple
Planet
start,
lockdown
from Danny.
complete.
and then from Phoenix, are we also seeing the
Civilian
triple cap start?
structure complete.
No, we're seeing a little bit of a variation. We're going for the Devastator. This is more of a frontline unit than the Desolator, I
Our
believe it
glory
is.
shall be restored.
Yes. So usually what you want to do, usually the reason you pick up these three capital ships to
Scouts
start
have
as Vasari is,
discovered
well,
a
you have your
colonizable planet.
evacuator. It's kind of a support ship, and you
Hostile
can't really
forces are
choose it. So you
sieging our
just
planet.
stick with it. You take the Desolator as it just, because of its phased missile swarm ability, and just its general DPS is really good, can just provide outsized DPS that most other Vasari cap ships can't. And then you have a healing ship. I mean, you got a support ship, you got a support ship. Whereas, if we go to Phoenix over here, this ship right here, the Cordial Devastator, doesn't really have the same DPS, at least in abilities,
Our
that
fleet
the
has
Desolator
engaged
does.
the
So while it doesn't have
enemy.
an outsized DPS ability, it has a little bit more survivability and just more, let's just say,
Civilian structure
regular
complete.
DPS, like as in, it shoots its gun more. It doesn't cast a big spell that
Empire
just
research
obliterates you
complete.
into a gajillion pieces.
Warfare research complete.
Which scales a little bit better in
Logistics
time in a bigger
upgrade
fleet
complete.
as these cap ships level up, but we'll have to see how these decisions shake out, because Phoenix doesn't seem to be going for the third cap ship, right? I mean, yeah, this fleet beacon's not on. They're going for 4-1. Getting Xeno Relations, okay, I like this a lot, Xeno Settlement. A few games we've
Civilian
seen some
structure
players
complete.
forego either a Xeno Settlement or an intercultural exchange, which I think is a big loss. I mean, is Danny doing? Yep, okay, Danny's going for intercultural exchange instead, which I very much like. How's our Advent doing? UED,
Desecrators assault our world.
just going full eco. Like, hard. And Mon being a little bit more conservative on that, having a few military
Our
upgrades.
forces have engaged
Well, one
the
military
enemy.
upgrade.
A
and
colonizable planet has been
Not really any tech
discovered.
2 upgrades, which I would really like to see. Like this right here, just gives you more crystal. It's really good. Can we? Let's see if we can see a noticeable difference in fleet supply here.
Planet
Yes.
item
Okay.
ready.
So fleet command seems to have a better supply, and we can. This makes it really easier to measure income, by the way, which I very much enjoy. So for Mon we have 23, 6, and 7. And for
Commerce
UED, we
upgrade
have
complete.
23, 7,
Harmony
and 9.
research
So
complete.
UED is already in the lead when it comes to income, at least for our Advent players. And then Phoenix has no credit income, a 15 and 5. Danny over here has some credit income, and then 10 and 4. So I like this more for UED, even though that Danny has the extra credit income, which might pull ahead later.
Research complete.
But the flat materials right now is currently just more worth it. But those intercultural exchange centers also spread culture, which is really, really important. Because culture
Our fleet
allies
has engaged
populations
the
to you. It
enemy.
allows you to get more population, stuff like
Scouts have
that.
discovered
And
a
of course,
colonizable
the
planet.
Vasari get factory unit build time
Our
based on their
fleet has
culture rate, which
engaged
is
the
very
enemy.
nice.
Our fleet
So they can
has
just spam
engaged
out,
the
or Vasari
enemy.
Alliance, I should say. Get that buff. Is Phoenix gone for a third cap ship yet? Let's take a look-see here.
Our fleet has
Nope.
engaged the enemy.
So in the meantime, we're going to watch this thing fight.
Civilian structure complete. Mining upgrade complete. Our fleet
This is a
has
very
engaged
interesting
the
choice.
enemy.
Phoenix going
Civilian
for the
structure
derelict loot over here
complete.
on their
Warfare research
Devastator.
complete.
Trying to get this thing up to level 6, maybe, as fast as possible, to try to get those volatile nanites. Or just trying to power level it to
Planet
upgrade things like
lockdown
power surge, which
complete.
would give it a lot more survivability.
Your bids, you scallywags.
Though I don't know if they can clear this with 2 cap
Empire
ships.
research complete.
This is a scary amount of units.
Hostile forces are sieging our planet.
Yep, yep. There's a siege frigate that they probably should kill. Yep, they're getting on it. Will it be killed in time? Yeah, it will. Pow, pow, pow. Those heavy phase cannons. Phase missiles. Heavy wave cannons, excuse me. Oh, I just love capital ship combat in this game. It's so
Civilian
cool.
structure complete. Planet item
this Archer
online.
It's going down.
My armor fails me.
Yes. Also, again, I'll say it once and I'll say it again. Whoever did the voice acting for Vasari, they put their whole ass into it, and I very much appreciate that. Although, yeah, this might have been a little bit of an overextension here by Phoenix. This Devastator is going to be out of commission here for a little bit. This is why you get the carrier, folks, so you can repair the armor.
The enemy.
Are we gonna get a carrier? No.
My
The other
ship
captures.
is ruined.
Phoenix.
Civilian structure complete.
Phoenix, no. Phoenix. Sorry. If Phoenix loses this ship here, I think we're gonna be going on to a game number 3.
Jump sequence.
There's more missiles coming in. Oh, just by the hair of his chinny chin chin.
Shields breached.
50
Did we fall
HP.
back?
Christ, dude.
Empire research
Not scare me
complete.
like that. Cleaning up the siege frigates, hopefully, and colonizing this planet. Coolio,
Your
coolio. How's it
arguments are
cleaning out yet?
compelling. I shall
How is this
stand with
revelation
you.
doing, actually?
Logistics upgrade
I have not
complete.
really seen... Oh, okay, sorry. I didn't even realize Mon was doing some nonsense. Right, let's take a look at research now
Our
that I've
forces have
seen it.
engaged the enemy.
Mon, keeping in a little bit of greed, going for the level 2 stuff. That's nice. However, going directly to level 8 hostility, without even really researching anything in tier 2.
Harmony
which
research complete.
I really feel you should.
Another planet
Shield burst is
joins
really
the
good, gang.
unity.
I'll say it once and I'll say it again multiple times. Shield burst is good. Danny now going up to the 2nd level of economic research, which I really like. Sorry, really needs it. I mean, we have UED, or not UED. Sorry, Phoenix here. Okay, Phoenix is not really going for anything here.
Armor down. Brace
I
for
don't really like
direct
this.
hits.
Phoenix got the really easy level 4, or the really early level 4. Has not really done a lot with it. I mean, I'd like to see Crystal Nanite. That's my big thing. And then UED going in for 8-4. Okay, the exact opposite of what Mon is doing, which is a really nice dichotomy. I quite like that. Getting some of that, hopefully, exotic refinery going. And this one evacuator, dude, this thing's level 3. I don't think it can kill all this.
Our forces have
Like it can
engaged
negate the
enemy.
LRMs basically
Mining
because of those
upgrade
pulse defense,
complete.
point defense guns. But
Civilian structure complete.
woof, you know.
I will deliver your order personally.
How is
Harmony
this?
research
How is
team
our battleship
complete.
doing over here?
Hostility research complete.
Yeah, not good. You really want to avoid getting your ships crippled, especially to this state, because they might regen all their shields and all their armor, but until their health goes back into the green, which is going to take quite a while because they don't have any repair ships, they're going to be out of commission for quite a while. Are they
Military
going into the
structure
3rd cap ship
complete.
yet? No. So it's just
Our
Danny
fleet
here with
has
the most cap
engaged
ships.
The enemy.
Has anyone else got any more
Empire
cap ships?
research complete.
Done and dusted.
This new item.
So what is
fuels
Phoenix
my
using those
ship's
extra
capabilities.
exotics for?
Done and dusted.
Essentially nothing at the
Military
moment.
structure complete.
And we have our first front line
Planet
being
item
established here between Fleet
online.
Command and the Singer, with
Exploratory nanites have found exotic
Karabitis
resources.
and Velmir.
Military structure complete.
Right here, this seems to be the holding point between both of them. And then we also have our 2nd front line between Lingus and Therius? God, these names are hard to pronounce sometimes. Although, well, nothing really important is going on. We can watch some good missiles. Yep. As you can see,
Military
this
structure
phase missile
complete.
swarm just does so much damage.
Warfare
It fires
research
20
complete.
missiles.
Mining
Look at that goddamn burst.
upgrade Complete.
Bonk.
Military structure complete.
I will deliver your
All right.
order personally.
Oh, okay. And I saw this before. I didn't think to mention
Empire
it. But
research
Phoenix is
complete.
bringing in the little shits, the Raiders. Most likely an auxiliary fleet, hoping to target static defenses that are being built over here to sap them of resources and whatnot. As those little raiding ships have bonuses
Let the
versus
bidding
static
commence.
defenses.
Our fleet
Okay.
has engaged the
UED.
enemy.
Please do not make the
Exploratory
same
nanites
mistake
have found exotic resources.
that Phoenix just
Warfare
did.
research
I mean, this ship is
complete.
level 4. It's got some dominate abilities that it's going to be using. It's got a carrier squadron. And of course, this
Planet
derelict has been
item
softened up a little bit.
online.
So I think this Rapture is going to make it through okay, and I think this is the ship you want to be putting the XP on, because this is
Civilian structure
2,000
complete.
XP.
Our
This should be
forces have
incredibly
engaged
close
the
to level
enemy.
6
Our
when this
shields
pops.
have failed.
Hostility research complete.
Don't have any fights here, but we
Commerce
do
upgrade
have
complete.
a massing of forces at, oh my god,
Harmony research complete.
Charybdis?
The
Charybdis?
auction prize
At the oceanic
belongs to
planet.
you.
With an incursion going into UED's choke
Civilian structure complete.
of just a light force.
Compromised.
If for those wondering how they got these Harka heavy cruisers, these were given by the Advent who can take these over. Because you as Vasari cannot build tech heavy cruisers, unfortunately. As much as I wish it were true. Wait, is that a? Sorry, did I see a level 6? No.
Civilian
Oh,
structure
okay, yeah, no, this
complete.
thing's gonna be level 6 by the time it gets out, or at least incredibly close to it. No, it's gonna be. And that's a level 6 Rapture,
Military
folks.
structure complete.
That is an incredible military asset here for the Singer. However, they're just kind of leaving. Or, well, they're just kind of bypassing
Defense
all these
upgrade
defenses.
complete.
They don't pick up Malice here. I will question their very sanity.
Desecrators assault our world.
Yep, and here's where another pro of the Desolator comes in. It's very good at killing planets. I mean, assault specialization, 24% damage, minus 24% attack speed on the laser. That's just a really nice upgrade to have. Maybe not the most optimal one in a frontline combat situation, but when you want to kill something and you want to kill something
Hostility
fast,
research tier complete.
helps a lot. Where did those? Okay, we have the little rat fleet, and oh, we have the capitals. This is not the rat fleet. Where's the rat fleet? Oh, the rat fleet is here, just trying to rampage through the back line. But Phoenix is sitting both of their caps over with the rat fleet and just letting this choke point fall, which I don't think is a good idea. I mean,
The
UED
Unity has fallen
was
silent on
going
one of
tech
our
level 8,
planets.
which is
Military
good.
structure complete.
I mean, you get like stuff like the
Military
Crystal Enrichment
structure
Center,
complete.
and is now getting into tech level
Logistics upgrade
3
complete.
or hostility 3.
Civilian structure
But like they have like 3 technologies that they need to keep researching, and they do not have shield burst yet. Does anyone have shield burst yet? Like this is bad news
Warfare
bears.
research complete.
Do we have shield burst?
Harmony research complete.
Okay, we don't have shield burst either. I mean, I guess they're not really doing frontline combat at the moment, so it's kind of but it's still a little spooky
Military structure complete.
because that is a
Hostility
necessity
research
on those cap
complete.
ships. But no, I'm liking these plays here by Fleet Command, being very aggressive. Of course, we do have the Singer in the back. If I could not follow a tiny little scout ship in the back line, kind of ripping these asteroids apart, which is nice. Don't get me wrong, it is nice. However, it's not nice enough in my opinion, because you're losing your front line, and you have a little defense fleet. Okay, well, a little. This is a level 6 Rapture. Back to defend, Mon asks. As these laser defense
Defilers
platforms come online.
encroach upon us.
Yep, and Danny's decided to pull back. I think that's the correct decision here, just because of
Harmony
all
research
this
complete.
Rapture. But that leaves them in a very strange situation. As in sense, you kind of got to commit. You can't just do things 50-50. If you make a push, you make a push. Sure, they took an asteroid. But
Hostility
now that they're not
research
committing,
complete.
they've taken an asteroid. And the Singers have
An
wiped
allied
out
world
basically
has
3
fallen to the
asteroids, or
enemy.
3 planets. Where this one is just completely converted. This one has no orbital infrastructure, and it all has to be rebuilt. And this one, well, it's in the same boat. Where's all the orbitals gone? They're not there anymore. Sorry, Mon going for level 12 warfare. Or, well, 12 points in warfare. Maybe going into hostility 4? Maybe for Titan, maybe for, maybe for this
Structure
weird
complete.
Titan. This is my least favorite Titan, by the way, just how it looks. It looks like a stick. Like a little carrot. I don't know how else to describe it. It just... It does not have
Desecrators
arms
assault
or
our
anything
world.
like the Erratica
Time
does,
to
so I
bid.
don't like it.
Place 'em on.
At least visually. It has some really cool effects and stats and whatnot. UED going for 8-8 here. I mean, it's balanced. I like it. And the Singers reclaiming this area, as they very well should. Phoenix going for 4-8.
Logistics upgrade complete.
I would really like to see friendly
Our
jump
fleet has
telemetry
engaged the
and
enemy.
improved reactor design. Whoop. Sorry. Okay, we have a little bit of combat here. That is instantly lost. Okay, yeah. Phoenix needs to get the hell out of here with their cap ships.
Empire
And- okay.
research complete.
How is it that the Vasari is going to be the first faction with shield bursts instead of the admin? Come on here, folks. This is kind of absurd.
Next time, pay up.
I know I'm hamming it up a little bit
Hostile
here, but it's still kind of
forces are sieging
stupid.
our planet. An
Danny?
artifact has been discovered by our nanites.
Whoa.
We are ready
Oh.
to exploit his potential.
Well, that's great. I'm pretty sure
Survey
Phoenix
nanites
just got
have
the
discovered
Manifest
an
Dominion,
unforeseen advantage.
which is nice,
Warfare
but it's
research
nowhere close to the other
complete.
artifacts in this game. Denny going up to
Our
4-8.
fleet has
Like that a lot.
engaged the
They have crystal
enemy.
nanites?
The
They don't.
planet is ours for the
The reason you
taking.
get crystal nanites is because actually, whoa, their crystal income's very nice. I didn't even realize. Ah, because they have 2
Planet
ice planets.
lockdown complete.
Oh, and we're already starting to see it. You see how these 2 planets are kind of, sorta swinging out?
Logistics
Swinging out a little
upgrade
bit?
complete.
I misspoke when I said this is where they'd be touching. But swinging out just a little bit.
Our fleet
There's going to
has
be a link
engaged
between here
the
them soon.
enemy.
And that's going to be a massive pain for whoever does not prepare for that. We have some defensors versus the bulk of UED's fleet, which I don't agree with. And the pirates are here. But of course, why wouldn't they be? Oh, sorry, these are Phoenix's defensors. Excuse me.
Our fleet has engaged
This
the
is
enemy.
the fleet I'm talking about.
I will
that they
deliver
should be
your
scared
order
of.
personally.
Civilian structure complete.
Okay,
Empire
okay.
research complete.
Well, I'm not scaling
One
back
of
the
our colonies
hostile
has
research.
been lost.
Probably
Civilian
because
structure
they are
complete.
losing all of their
Empire
shit to
research complete.
raiders in their
Civilian
backline.
structure complete.
Yeah, they
Our
are.
forces have engaged
Uh-oh.
the enemy.
I mean, they're building vigilances,
Hostility
which are
research
the correct
complete.
counter to it, but like, ugh. These raiders in the backline is just not good for the heart, you know? Not good for business, not very kosher, that kind of stuff, you know. These
Our
pirates
forces have
jumped into the
engaged
wrong
enemy.
system. I really think pirates should not jump into a system if there's too much static defense or too much of a fleet supply, because they're not that stupid, right? Like, they maintain their ships. They don't kidnap people to maintain their ships, so they have to be at least a little bit intelligent and not jump into a system being protected by actual capital
Hostility
ships
research complete.
with their yee ass cruisers, you know? We've got some fleet amassing here from Danny. You know, the regular missile setup, the assailants, and the wardens.
Defense upgrade complete.
Actually, what are our fleet counts at? Phoenix, so just the Singer in general. We're at around 1,200, and then Fleet Command is at 700.
Our
Oh
forces
no.
have engaged the enemy.
Oh no. This is not good. Especially with that level 6 Rapture. Oh, yeah, you can see these planets slowly moving. This one's moving rather quite quick. This is an issue here for Fleet Command, I think, as the minute this planet gets cut off from this jump lane, this is now going to be the planet that they got to reinforce through.
Hostility
And these 3
research
capital
complete.
ships are stuck. Is that going to happen? And also, I don't really like how there's been no incursions over here by any raiders or anything. Oh, sorry, Phoenix going for another capital ship over here. Excuse
Done
me.
and dusted.
Should probably take a look at that. Going for a marauder, and now they have a carrier. Okay, cool. They just built the carrier. Yep, and they're also going for a marauder as well with their extra exhaust.
Civilian structure
Oh, yep, we can see that
complete.
line starting to flash. Whatever's on this jump lane, that's the last. Okay,
Our fleet has
Mon
engaged
literally
the
took the
enemy.
last jump lane out of
Loose.
well, Afghanistan here. Oh, never mind, I lied. They're not in a good way. Or they are if UED just
I will
leaves.
deliver your order personally.
Our fleet has engaged the
Yeah,
enemy.
so Danny should be jumping back immediately
Warfare
here.
Research complete.
And we can see this malice go off. Let me switch to UED's perspective. It's on autocast, which I really don't like, because you want to save such an impactful ability that has a pretty high cooldown for times when you really need it. But we can see those seeker vessels just start to drop out of the sky. Yeah, they're... What? They're not having a great time here, folks. Although we've got static defenses rotating, and I really like this for, excuse me, I really like this for the Singer here, as this revelation is just getting kind of shredded. I mean, they're fighting in static defense, they're fighting against what is a bigger fleet. Yeah, just way bigger. Oh my god, way bigger. Yeah, they have over double fleet supply. A fleet command, and this battle is just not going to plan here, folks. Of course, this revelation does get out. However, where can it run to? And this Rapture is not even being targeted down. Hell, at this rate, it's going to have another use of Malice, which is going to be big hurdy, is the technical term.
Hostility research complete.
And nobody here has Shield Burst. I mean, Bon Bon doesn't have Shield Burst. Yeah, which you really should. The only person who has Shield Burst here is Phoenix, somehow. The Vasari. Like, what? Yeah, and Danny getting their capital ship out, specifically before it's crippled, to help repair.
Structure complete.
Which is very nice, I quite like that. But, not a lot of repairs you can do if the rest of your fleet is just dead. Unfortunately. Are we going to see another Malice? We might here, folks. We might see another Malice here. Unfortunately, Malice doesn't have the biggest of visual effects, so it's kind of hard to tell when it casts, but it's always very neat. That was not Malice, that was the Graviton Ball. Or the Gravity Wire. There we go. Malice has been cast. And now this thing, oh my god, look at it go down. Oh. And then all of these ships right here as well, taking some residual damage from Malice. Yeah, look at this thing. It's not even getting shot at, and it's just dying. Oh, yeah, this Desolator, I think, I might call it here, folks. I think this might be GG for Fleet Command. The Singer just managed to take out too many of their assets. Okay, this Revelation's back. Why is it back? It's just dead. Oh, now Mon Mon has Shield Burst. Very good. Unfortunately, you no longer have a capital ship to use Shield Burst on.
Hostility research complete.
Yeah. Fleet Command's main issue, I think, is that they didn't go for that Rapture. That Rapture did so much damage to them. I also really like how these tiny little Wardens are trying to shoot their missiles, but the minute they leave the barrels, or the tube, rather, they just get shot down by point defense instantly. And it's not like they can run here. It's not like Fleet Command can run, because this planet has one way out, one way in. And the only way out is between, well, two big fleets. Which, yeah, not exactly good for your hull plating. See them trying to run. Are we gonna get a third Malice out here, folks? That'd be really funny. Danny's trying to build up some static defenses and some factories, which I do like, but it's a little bit too late for that. I mean, you got Exoria Illuminators just on you.
Complete.
And you're building what? Defensors? This planet's already starting to get bombed.
Complete.
Yeah, and if they re-engage, that Malice is back off of cooldown, which, again, don't like to see it on autocast, but I can excuse it for now. It got results, and that's all that matters. Again, these two planets about to link up, but I actually don't think it'll matter here on Transtav. You know, folks, I said this was Transtav was a very slow and plodding map, but Fleet Command and the Singer have somehow transformed it into a very, very quick one.
Mining upgrade complete. Civilian
But you know what?
structure complete.
I can't say I don't enjoy. As who doesn't like some rapid action? This Evacuator trying to hold the line with the carrier. Honestly, you should be targeting the carrier here first, as the carrier cannot cast nanite armor on itself. That's the big thing. That's the big bulk of the carrier's sustain is nanite armor. And if it can't cast it on itself, well, then it can only rely on its backup healing, which,
Hostility research complete.
you know,
Exalts
would have it out of the
have
fight
been
faster.
unveiled by our
Unfortunately,
squires.
this doesn't really matter,
Exalts have been
because this ship's
unveiled
already
by our
dead.
squires.
And this carrier, I think, is also going to be dead here in a second. Yeah, it's got the Illuminators, it's got the Vigilances. Ugh. Ooh, folks, this is not looking good here for Fleet Command.
Your arguments are
Okay, you got the
compelling.
swarm of
I shall
Illuminators.
stand
You've got
with
two
you.
Vasari cap ships on your ass.
Harmony research complete.
But the Illuminators firing their beams back, and boom. Yeah, folks, I don't think Fleet Command can come back from this one. At all.
Scryers have located a divine artifact. Behold its power.
Oh, they also just...
Exotics have been unveiled
They also
by
have
our
relativistic
scryers.
boundaries.
Hostility
The
research
singer, I mean.
complete.
That's just a little cherry on top.
Exotics have been unveiled by our scryers.
Although I will continue to play out this game because I've seen weirder happen. I've seen players come back from places that they really shouldn't have. However, Danny does not have Tier 4 researching. Metal nanites. Sorry. Huh? Metal nanites.
Let the bidding commence.
That is strange. Why would you go metal nanites? Okay. Getting back up to level 8 research. Oh, they don't even have research yet done.
Logistics
That's
upgrade
not-
complete.
We finally have Shearbus here from UED. Hoorah! Do we have him here from Mon Mon? Oh, thank God.
Harmony
Okay.
research complete.
If you couldn't tell, I like that ability a lot, as it's just
Civilian
3
structure
HP
complete.
that comes back on a very consistent
Our
schedule.
forces have engaged
Oh, we
the
got some
enemy.
influence rates here out from Phoenix that might take out this planet if they don't really... Yeah, well, Danny already called it. Yep. I mean, they're losing their planets to
bid.
raids.
You
They lost all their
missed
capital
out.
ships. They don't really have the technology to strike back with like a Titan or anything. Not really the economy. Yep, Mon Mon says. I mean, oof.
Harmony research complete. An allied world has fallen to the enemy.
Yep. Is this planet gonna go down? Yeah, Danny didn't realize the rotation. Yeah, this planet's gonna go down. Ain't no stopping it no more.
The
Womp womp.
Unity has fallen silent
Ugh.
on one of our planets.
Yeah, I don't think it was the rotation's fault that they lost. I think it's that they didn't commit. You can't just do an attack and then fall back and then do an attack and then fall back. You kind of need to... When you do something, you need to do it. You can't just
Our
do a little bit
forces
of this
have
and a little bit of that.
engaged
You
the
need to
enemy.
do it. You know?
Alright, you twisted me arm.
And I'll be speeding up this game a little here, folks, to
An
2
allied
times
world
speed.
has fallen to the enemy.
As
Harmony research
there's not really a
complete.
lot going on. And I'll slow it down if there is.
Hostility research complete.
As GG was already called by both of our teams.
Our forces have engaged the enemy.
We have some fights versus
Logistics
raiders, which is
upgrade
nice.
complete. Civilian
But it's
structure
kind of like a
complete.
small scale thing.
Your arguments
Also, I
are
really like the
compelling.
changes from the
I
that the
shall
raiders can
stand with you.
jump out, because they seem to be a little weak after their original change where they have a very limited range, but now that they can affect outlying planets, that's incredibly scary.
Civilian structure complete. Defilers encroach upon
Yep,
us.
they're just raiding these planets. Yep, and that's the game here, folks. Wow. Well, that was a rather quick victory on Transtav. I think that's the quickest victory on Transtav I've ever seen. Here to the Singer, winning the best of 3 at 2-0. Moving them on to round robin number 3 with a, I believe, undefeated record. Let's take a look at some graphs now, shall we? Planets owned. Regular. Stuff. Fleet supply used. You can see that the Singer was kind of always a little bit ahead. Oh, actually, no. I'm incorrect here. UED, who was greeting really hard, was kind of behind, but getting that Rapture level 6, I think, really put them in the lead. So this gap is a little bit dishonest. Fleet supply killed? Yeah, look at that. Wow. I mean, this is also because they had a very big fleet near the end, but listen, man, the Rapture's good. Or, sorry, Ballast is good. Total accumulated credits? Wow. UED just kind of took off there. I mean, Phoenix and Danny were, you know, in the bottom there as Vasari. Total accumulated. Phoenix getting so much more metal, even though that Danny went metal nanites, which, again, I don't really agree with here. UED just having a better income here than Mon Mon. I mean, just a better income overall for the entire game for the Singer, which I very much like, allowing them to completely outproduce their opponents. Crystals, basically basically the same story here. UED had more crystal than the Vasaris, which is kind of nuts. I mean, Advent loves crystals. It's like their main resource. But that's kind of crazy here. And of course, Phoenix getting those crystal mines up. Very, very good. Exotics, we know about that. Research, well, we know about that. Yeah. credits spent. Oh, fun. But yeah, that's the game towards the Singers, and we'll see them in round number 3. Bye-bye.